What up, what up, what up, people? Man, Canelo versus Crawford. It is set September the 13th, and it goes down on Netflix. September the 13th, and it goes down on Netflix. Hey, look, it goes down on Netflix, and not only does it goes down on Netflix, there is no surcharge. No surcharge. So that means a lot of people go be tuning in to the Canelo Alvarez fight versus Terence Bud Crawford. Hey, man, listen. I'm going to tell y'all one thing, bro. I'm excited for the fight, man. I really am. And then, and on the other hand, I'm really not too excited. Now, I can be a little biased as to why I'm not as excited, but I pride myself on not being biased on the channel, right? Everybody knows, right? Like, I'm an Earl Spence fan, right? Everybody know I'm a Spence fan, right? But I pride myself on not being biased, right? And so, you know, I would like this opportunity could have been Earl Spence's opportunity, but you know, he took the fight against Showtime, and now the advisors will, and now we got Crawford. And now we have Terence Bud Crawford fighting Canelo instead of Earl, man. I still want to see the Earl versus Canelo fight. Maybe Earl come get him about three or four good fights in, and then he get Canelo, or then he get a Bud fight, you know, something like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking, man. Look, you know what? Just watch all that. Look, man, forget I even said something about that, bro. But listen, guys, Canelo versus Terence Bud Crawford, man. I'm here to talk about it, man. I want to know what's y'all thoughts, man. Who wins this fight? Who wins this fight and why? Like, who wins this fight and why? And why do you feel like this person wins this fight? This gonna be a good matchup. I think Crawford has a lot to prove. Canelo has a lot to prove. This gonna be a good fight, man. I feel like, you know, both individuals have a lot to prove, man. And we are here to talk about it, man. My boy JN is in the building. Shout out to my boy JN. He say Canelo ain't fighting again. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir, Ski. He fighting September the 13th, JN. He fighting September the 13th. So, you know, so to my understanding, right, they fighting in, I thought they was originally fighting in Riyadh season, but I'm seeing reports that they're actually going to fight in Las Vegas, man. According to Canelo Alvarez's post, and actually, I'm actually going to get that on here. I'm actually going to get both posts on here, man. So you know, I'm going to get what Terence Crawford had to say. And then I'm going to get on here what Canelo had to say about this, because Canelo's posted, and then Terence Crawford posted as well about the fight, and I'm going to get that on here for you guys. In the meantime, we just go wait for both parties to we're gonna wait for the people to tune in and get up in here, man. I think this is gonna be a tough fight, though, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm anxious for it, but in the same aspect, like, I know this is going to be a good fight. Like, I'm anxious for it, and I know this is going to be a good fight, because Canelo is one of, like, he feels like he's the one. You know what I'm saying? He feels like nobody is bigger than him. You know what I mean? This is what Canelo had to say. Canelo says, he's a great fighter, but he's not Canelo. On September the 13th in Las Vegas, I remind the world who runs this era. It isn't just another fight. It's a Riyadh season card that's live on Netflix, and I'm the main event. Yo, dang, bro. He say He really calling him out, bro. He say this just not any fight card. This is just not any fight. He's saying that, he's the main event, and he's gonna be looking to show it. I'm going to get that on here for you guys, and for you guys to be able to see that visually, and so we can get that on. So let me get that on for you guys. But man, I'm really curious though. Like, what are y'all thoughts on this? Like, who wins this fight and why? And why do y'all feel like this person wins the fight? And I'm only asking because Crawford last fight was who? Madrimov, right? His last fight was Madrimov. And so by his last fight being Madrimov, I want to know. Damn, it won't let me save it because I'm not on Wi-Fi. Dang. Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to see some. I'm trying to see how can I get it on for y'all. Well, I guess I can just screen share with y'all. How about that? That'll probably be the better option because the way I'm doing the show tonight, so I won't have no freezing up. It's a little weird. So let me just go ahead and go on. And I'm going to get that on. We're going to screen share. We're going to go to Canelo's page first, right? And basically it's basically I'm going to show you guys what Canelo had to say. And then I'm going to talk about what Turkey Sheik had to say. He threw some jabs. That's all I'm gonna say. Turkey Sheik threw some jabs. He said these are real fighters and not YouTubers. These are real fighters and not YouTube fighters. That's what he said. Taking shots at Jake Paul. I don't know why he don't like Jake Paul, but Jake Paul really, you can't be mad at Jake Paul. Jake Paul is he's his own boss. I don't think Turkey used to like people just really just disagreeing with him though, in a sense though, but I don't know. That's just me. I just don't feel like he's used to people just disagreeing with him. Oh man, I tried to go to Canelo page. There we go. All right, so here it is right here, guys. This is what Canelo had to say, and I'm going to make that bigger for you guys. All right, so he says, he's a great fighter, but he's not Canelo. On September the 13th in Las Vegas, I remind the world who runs this era. Uh-oh. Shots being thrown. He's throwing shots. He says, on September the 13th in Las Vegas, I remind the world who runs this era. This isn't just another fight. It's the Riyadh season card that's live on Netflix, and I'm the main event. Wow. Yo, Canelo is not playing no games, yo. He says that he's the main event. So Canelo saying he's the main event, and Crawford is just basically here for the show. That is what Canelo said. Basically, I'm the main event, and Terence Crawford is just here for the show. Terence Crawford is here just because, he thinks he's great, but I'm the great one. You know what I'm saying? And did y'all see that post that they made? The one, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they got that from Floyd Mayweather, though. The one, you know what I mean? I feel like they got that from Floyd. But Canelo says he's the main event, and Terence Crawford is just here for the show. Now, we're going to get on what Terence Bud Crawford had to say about Canelo. He had a post, and he said some things about Canelo as well. So let me get that on for you guys. We're going to screen share that one as well. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, listen, don't be afraid to press the subscribe button. Don't be afraid to press the like button. And don't be afraid to comment. That is why we here. The show goes on as long as you guys are active in the comments. But listen, Canelo Alvarez said that he's the main event. He's the attraction. And Terence Bud Crawford thinks that he's the attraction. So the question is for you guys, who's the main event here? Who's the attraction? Now, this is what Terence Crawford had to say about Canelo Alvarez. Okay, so he goes on to say, he says, add Canelo. Yo, he added him. Yo, that's crazy. Most people not even adding people no more. Like, he added him. So, like, that's actually good. He added him. He says, yo, he say, add Canelo. You're in my way. I'm not leaving Vegas without that win. See you September the 13th at Riyadh Season in Las Vegas. Streaming live on Netflix. Yo, that is crazy. Yo, he said he ain't leaving Vegas without that win. Yo, he said he ain't leaving Vegas without that win, man. If Bud actually beats him, man, that would be something to see, man. If Bud actually beat him, man. Qvo says Bud is delusional. Uh-oh. Tell us why you think Bud Crawford is delusional. Because the whole point of this chat tonight is who wins, Canelo or Crawford? And tell me why you believe he wins. So you saying that Terence Bud Crawford is delusional. Okay, I can accept that if that's how you feel, I can accept it. But you got to tell me why you feel like he's delusional. Make sure you guys smashing that like button, okay? We only got 2 likes. We got a couple of people watching. We got 11, 12 people watching right now. So make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. And as y'all come in, make sure y'all smashing that like button. So we're going to start a poll here tonight, right? And the poll is going to be, let's see. All right, so we're going to start a poll here, guys. Okay. And the poll is going to be, what should the poll be? I already know the poll. The poll go be, who wins? Canelo or Crawford? That is the poll for tonight's chat. Who wins, Canelo or Crawford? Okay, so you got Crawford, you got Canelo, and then we're going to add an option. We're going to say TKO, Canelo, and then we're going to say, I'm going to say by TKO. By TKO, Canelo, and then I'm going to say by TKO, Crawford. And then that is the poll. So make sure you guys go and vote on that poll. My boy DT in the building. Shout out to that boy DT. My boy DT says, I don't know why it's moving a little slow. As long as we not freezing, that's good. If we start freezing, y'all let me know in the chat. All right. My boy DT says, all coordinated trash talk. They was on the phone last night creating tweets together. Damn. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LP,
the kid,
and you tuning into Likable Dialogue. Damn, my boy say they was all on the phone talking. He said they all coordinated trash talk. They was on the phone last night creating tweets together. God dang, bruh. But you know what though, bro? Like in this day and age, it's like, you know, everything in this day and age, bro, it's like everything is really like coordinated, bro, on the cool. Like if we really think about it, like everything is really like coordinated, right? Like everything is really like, it's like it's not bad even if they were coordinated. Like it's to try to build up hype, build up the buzz of the fight. It's about, you know, can we get a lot of people talking about this fight? It's going to be on one of the biggest platforms ever, right? so many million people have Netflix, and it's not going to be on dazn. It's going to be on Netflix, and not only would it be on Netflix, it's going to be free. So y'all ain't even got to use your Fire Stick. I'm just saying. You ain't got to use your Fire Stick on this event. This event is going to be free of charge in the United States. Now, I know they said if somebody watches it overseas or something like that, they'll get a charge. They have to pay a fee. But if you're in the United States, guess what, bro? It's free of charge. And we can't beat free of charge. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm going to be tuned in. I ain't going to lie. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe I'm not just too hyped up about this fight, because I ultimately want to see Canelo go fight David Benavidez. And some people are saying like Canelo taking this Crawford fight, and it's a way of him stepping out from actually fighting David Benavidez. That's what some people was. That is what some people were saying. That is not what I'm saying, but that is ultimately what some people is saying. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, you know, David Benavidez and Canelo, we might get that fight in the future, but right now it's Terence Crawford and it's Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez fighting September the 13th in Las Vegas. I actually thought the fight was going to be in Riyadh season. That's what they originally was saying. It was going to be in Riyadh season, but now according to Canelo's post, he says, I'll see you in Las Vegas and I'm the main event. Basically telling Bud Crawford, like, bro, we see you. Yeah, you've done some great things in boxing. He says, yeah, he's a great fighter. That's what he said. He says, yeah, Crawford, you a great fighter, but you're not as great as me. That's what he's saying. Shout out to Likable Dialogue. He's saying you're a great fighter, but hey, you're not as good as me. I mean, but what is he supposed to say though? Like, let's just be real. Like, what is he supposed to say? He's supposed to say like, hey, bro, you good, but he's supposed to say like, you not as good as me. Like, he's a fighter. Like, what do people want him to say? You know what I'm saying? My boy says, I'm a menace. I don't have Netflix either, but I'll be watching. Damn, boy. Shout out to Likable. Hey, man, make sure y'all go vote on the poll, man. We have the poll up, and make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. Come on, man, smash that like button. We need more likes. If you popping in, we're talking Canelo versus Crawford, and make sure y'all go vote on the poll, but go and smash the like button to this Canelo versus Crawford talk, man. We need that like button smashed, okay? That helps us get into the visibility of other people, man. But listen, guys, Canelo versus Crawford, I believe this is going to be a great, great fight. I believe a lot of people go be tuning in, man, to this fight. And check this out, bro. It's go do numbers, right? It's go do numbers. I think Jake Paul and them did like 60 million. Shout out to my girl, Christian. She say, shout out to Likable Dialogue. Shout out to my girl, Christian. My girl, Christian says, shout out Likable Dialogue. Shout out to you, girl. I appreciate it. Shout out to Likable Dialogue. Hey, listen, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Canelo versus Crawford. I think Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, I think they did like over like 60 million, right? So by them doing like 60 million, you got the regular fans of boxing that's go tune in because they want to see, is Bud Crawford going to be great? They want to see, does Bud Crawford has what it takes to take on a Canelo at 168? Come on. 168? Dang, bro, 168, bro. So, I mean, we got to see what he ultimately brings to the table, man. He going up to 168 from 154. Now, I know a lot of people was talking about this, right? a lot. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. You gotta smash the like button, please. All y'all tuning in, smash the like button. It's free 99, and it's gonna help us get into the visibility of other people. And shout out to I got an announcement to make too, man. So I want to say thank you to everybody that just subscribed to the channel, man. We just hit 3,000 subscribers. Yo, man, I want to say special shout out to everybody that just subscribed to the channel, man. I appreciate it. When I say, man, we are growing at a rapid rate, man. Listen, we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary too, man. So 3-year anniversary, and we just hit 3,000 subscribers, man. So shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. Shout out to my boy DT, JN on that membership. My boy King Davis on that membership. Man, listen, y'all can go get a membership, man. It's you go spend $5 at a Dollar Tree. You know what I'm saying? You go spend $5 buying you a hamburger, man. Why not spend $5 with the channel every month to support the channel, bro? You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all do that, man. Check out the membership, man. You know what I'm saying? And you get some perks, man. So check out that membership, man. But anyway, listen, a lot of people was talking about how Terence Bud Crawford was coming up from 154. And could he possibly go up 3 weight classes and actually beat Canelo? Now, I know a lot of people is looking at the Earl Spence fight and saying, well, we seen what he did to Earl, but he was already at 147. You see what I'm saying? But when he moved up to 154 and he actually had an opportunity to fight at 154, he fought against Israel Madrimov, right? And it really wasn't the best Bud Crawford that we saw. It really wasn't. But I believe it was enough to I think it was enough to say, okay, let's see what he could do against Canelo. But I feel like he should have had like one more fight at 154. Or two, have 1 or 2 more fights at 154 and then moved up to fight Canelo. Because his last fight at 154 wasn't really that good when he fought Madrimov. I mean, he won. It was like 7-5, right? But, you know, some judges had it 115, 113, 112, 115. You know what I'm saying? But essentially, when you break it down, it was like 7-5, right? And I think that's where I had him winning, like 7-5. Like that fight, he got hit with a lot of punches, and he didn't knock Madrimov out, which a lot of people was like, hey, you moving up 3 weight classes, and you're going to go fight Terence, you're going to go fight Canelo, but is you really bringing that power up? One thing about Terence Crawford is he don't show out like all his working ability. But you know, ever since the fight has been announced, he's been really working out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like undercover working out. But I want to touch up on something real quick, right? One of the things that I want to touch up on is Jermell Charlo said that Jermell Charlo biggest failure versus Canelo was that he put on a lot of muscle. He said that a lot of people believe that when they go up against Canelo, you have to put on a lot of muscle. And he said that that was one of the biggest things that Jermell Charlo said, that he shouldn't have put on a lot of muscle. So that's one of the concerns, that Crawford might be putting on a lot of muscle to move up to 168 and to try to take on Canelo. Is him putting on muscle, will that slow down Terence Crawford? Because if you're putting on muscle, that essentially slows you down, right? But with Terence Crawford, can he? The question is, can Terence Crawford put on muscle and still be as fast and sufficient as he was at 147, right? Because when you move up in weight, you're ultimately fighting bigger guys, and that power sort of kind of diminishes. But Terence Crawford is in the background, and he's putting on that muscle. You see what I'm saying? So the question is, can Terence Crawford move up in weight, put on the necessary muscle, and remain with the same speed or better versus Canelo Alvarez? That is the question. That is the question. That is the real question. My boy DT says, congratulations. That's a testament that your hard work and dedication, let's take it to the moon. Shout out to my boy DT, man. Shout out to that boy DT, man. I appreciate that, man. My boy DT says, you can observe the punches without putting on muscle. You can observe the muscles. I'm sorry, you can observe the punches without putting on muscle. You can observe the punches without putting on muscle. Referring to, can Terence Crawford put on the necessary muscle in order to take on Terence Bud Crawford, man? Can Canelo, I'm sorry, I've got that mixed up because I'm looking. Can Crawford put on the necessary muscle in order to beat a Terence Bud Crawford, man? Listen, guys, I want to make sure y'all guys are tuning in and y'all smashing that like button, man. And then okay, so when we look at the poll right now, right? And make sure y'all go check out the poll. 50% of the people think that Terence Crawford is going to win, and 50% of the people believe that Canelo is going to win. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be something to see. This is going to be a test of time. This is going to be a testament, right? Can Terence Bud Crawford beat a Canelo? Can he beat a Canelo? Or is it too much? You know what I'm saying? Or will it be too much? Because you ultimately got Canelo, who's been at 168 for a minute, right? Let's just name some of Canelo's opponents, right? He faced Caleb Plant. He faced Berlanga. He faced who else he faced? Jermell, Charlo. Like, he's been at this weight. Canelo been at 168 since 2018. He's been at this weight since 2018. He went up against Munguia. You know what I'm saying? He lost against Dimitri Bivol and lost against Mayweather. But in essence, Canelo was still just a prospect when he went up against Mayweather, right? So let's just like give him an excuse on that one, right? But when he went up against Dimitri Bivol, he was known to be a tough fighter, a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? A tough, real fighter. But Bivol was just too big, too strong. So really, if we think about the question that we're asking y'all tonight, right? Can Terence Crawford put on the necessary muscle and still have speed to beat Canelo Alvarez? Dimitri Bivol was bigger than Canelo Alvarez, and I don't know about if Dimitri Bivol got a lot of speed, but he was bigger than Canelo, taller than Canelo, longer reach than Canelo, and he beat Canelo in orderly fashion. So, can it still happen with Terence Crawford? That's a good question, y'all. That is a great question, y'all. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. We ain't got enough likes, man. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. Smash the like button, man. It's free 99 to smash that like button, man. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. Skills from New Orleans, man. Welcome to the channel, man. First of all, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button. Skills from New Orleans says Crawford can win, yet not likely. Highly skilled, but too small for Canelo. Wilder was the exception to beat much bigger guys because he had exceptional superhuman power. Let's break that comment down one more time. Crawford can win, yet not likely. Highly skilled, but too small for Canelo. Wilder was the exception to beat much bigger guys because he had exceptional superhuman power. Yeah, and until we found out that power sort of kind of like went out, you know what I'm saying? And you know what, like, I think the only thing with Deontay Wilder when he started fighting, like going up and like fighting these bigger guys, is that he really had no stamina. You know what I'm saying? But we know Crawford is going to come in like tip top shape. We see him already when he doing interviews. He got like the hoodie on. He ain't showing his body. He ain't showing his muscle. He ain't showing none of that. And it kind of reminds me of like it really reminds me of the Earl Spence fight, right? Like leading up to like the fight week, he had the hoodie on. He had the little sweatsuit on. He wasn't showing nobody anything. He wasn't doing anything, right? But then all of a sudden on a fight day, he took it off and he was like big. And I was like, dang, bro. And then I remember like tweeting out or putting on Facebook like I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point I was rocking with Spence. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Crawford has the potential to beat Canelo. You know, my only question is, will he put on too much muscle? Based off what Jermell Charlo says, is that he put on too much muscle to fight Canelo. My boy DT in the building, he says Wilder issue is he is a one-trick pony. So he was basically you're saying he was looking for that big punch. He didn't really necessarily have the skill set that Crawford is, like the jab, the walk you down, the back you up. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that he's a one-trick pony. That boy Skills from New Orleans says, make no mistake, I got Bud, but would be surprised if he pulls it off. That boy say, make no mistake, I got Bud, but would be surprised if he pulled it off. He says, that was one hell of a trick. Yo, man. Shout out to that boy Skills from New Orleans. Make sure you smash that like button for me, Skills from New Orleans. And also make sure you press that subscribe button, man. Welcome to the page, man. Press that subscribe button. And Skills from New Orleans, man, go ahead and tell somebody about the show, man. We really get to all the comments over here for free. All we ask, man, is just go look at the membership plan. Go look at the membership plan. $3 or $4, you go buy a hamburger, man. Look at the membership plan and become a member and support the channel that way, man. That's the way I look at it, man. I will post a number here, man. And I will post a number here, man. And you know, to allow the callers to call in. Usually, if you're not a member, I charge $5, but I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all call into the show. He says the like button didn't stand a chance. Hey, shout out to my guy. Shout out to that boy Skills from Atlanta, man. I appreciate that, man. All right, guys. This is the number to call in. I'm actually going to do something else too with that though, man. So I'm actually going to put the cash app out there too. So if y'all want to send a little cash out, or y'all can hit a super chat, hit the super chat or do that. But anyway, this is the number to call in, guys. If you want to call in to the show, actually, let me open up the phone lines. All right. So the phone lines is open. So if you want to call in to the show and voice your opinion about Canelo versus Crawford, this is the number to call in, and that is also the super chat if you guys want to You can hit the super chat or you can send in the cash app, guys. But that is the number to call in at the bottom of the screen if you want to voice your opinion about Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, man. Terence Crawford last fight, did he look too good? Some people says Jamal was able to get some big shots off on Crawford, but Jamal didn't really capitalize on it. Canelo is a better boxer than Jamal is. My bad, y'all. The computer came unplugged. But Canelo is a better boxer than Jamal is. And Jamal is a good boxer, right? But he got mollywopped by. But Jamal is a good boxer, but he got mollywopped by Virgil Ortiz. So, and it made Crawford look like dang. You know what I'm saying? It made Crawford look like damn, like Virgil was able to do this and you struggled against Jamal. And you're going up 3 weight classes. 3 weight classes. Yo, he's going up 3 weight classes to fight. He's going up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo. 3. So, do you guys think it's a mistake for Crawford to go up automatically in 3 weight classes? Or do you believe that Crawford has what it takes to beat a Canelo Alvarez? Those of you guys that are watching, that is the number on the bottom of the screen. We'll leave it up for a little bit longer if you guys want to call in and voice your opinion about it. But I just want to know, because the simple fact is like, yo, Crawford is doing something that some people feel like it might be a little bit too premature. Some people feel like, maybe because, the whole idea of Crawford. Y'all do. First of all, hold on, wait a minute. I got to make sure y'all know this. Y'all do know how the whole Canelo versus Crawford came about, right? It came from Bill Haney telling Bud Crawford, what are you waiting on? Your biggest fight is Canelo. And the idea popped up in his head. It was like, yo, he's not that bigger than me. Crawford is actually taller than him. And I believe Crawford is going to be bigger than him. But like Canelo says, he's the main event. Canelo says, I'm the main event. Bro, you just here for the show. I'm the main event. I don't think Canelo is overlooking him. Canelo is just saying, I'm the main event. So, I mean, essentially, man, I just feel like, we just have to see what's going to happen with this fight, who wins this fight, and why they win this fight. I feel like Canelo is going to put on a performance because he says that he's the main event. Hey, one thing that Turkey Sheik says, right? Hold on, I gotta say. Yo, look, one thing that Turkey says is that these are real fighters. These are not YouTubers. And he says that, and then Turkey also came out with a post. Turkey came out with a post that says he would not be promoting any more fights where the fighters just run around the ring. William Skull ran around the ring. Devin Haney ran around the ring. He says that he's not going to be promoting any more fights with fighters doing that. He says that he's basically, I'm paying you guys to go in there and fight. So damn it, go in there and fight and give me a fight. That's what he said.
Shout out to LikeableDialogue.
He says, I'm not promoting any more fights where fighters are running around the ring. That's what Turkey Sheik has said, bro. And the crazy thing is, William Skull was actually bigger than Canelo but he tried to put up the wrong defense fight where he ran around the ring. When William Skull fought, William Skull was actually landing punches and was actually hurting Canelo. Only thing he had to do was just stand still and fight Canelo. He didn't have to run around the ring and fight Canelo, but William Skull messed that up. My question is now, Turkey Al Sheik says that he's not promoting any more fighters that does that. So we know September the 13th, we got a fight on our hands. Terence Crawford says that he's going to go in there and fight. Canelo says he's going to go in there and fight. We got a fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely got a fight on our hands. My boy DT says if he making money, he wouldn't care what's happening in the ring. If he making money, he wouldn't care what's happening in the ring. But ultimately, that downplays the sport though. Like that, like, you know, if another fighter came on there and they did that, people will start. It's like a tarnish to the brand. It'll be like, man, what the hell? Like, we watching this again? Another fighter getting a big payday and they just running around the ring. So it's essentially putting off, like, fighters can run around the ring and get a big payday and that's it. So you gotta really, really, really just, I respect it, bro, for him saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember when I told you, man, when my lady was watching a fight with me, bro, it was like, this is what you watch? Like the William Skull fight, bro, she don't watch boxing, and she said, this is what you watch? That shit was horrible. So, you know what I'm saying? That shit was boring, bro. Bump that, bro. That shit was boring, bro. Like, give us some. That William Skull fight and Canelo fight was boring. And bro, that shit was boring, dog. I'm sorry. That was boring.
Shout out to LikeableDialogue.
That shit was boring, dog. Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy LD,
the Kid,
and you tuning into Likable Dialogue. My boy DT says, I heard Turkey not offering as much, and he's raising the requirements for bonuses. Hey, it's essentially sounding like UFC, ain't it? It's essentially sounding like UFC, ain't it? Because what goes on in UFC? You don't get paid much, and you have to meet some requirements to get the bonus. Shout out to LikeableDialogue.
Shout out to LikeableDialogue.
I'm just saying. So, and guess who's promoting the fight? Dana White. My boy Skills from New Orleans says running around the ring is code for wanting elite black boxers to abandon their skill set. Intelligence is just goddamn, boy, you got me with that one. Uncharacteristically fight, not box it out. Shout out to that boy. Running around the ring is code for wanting elite black fighters to abandon their skill set. Intelligence and just uncharacteristically fight, not box it out. Okay. My boy Skills know what it's about. Shout out to that boy Skills from the wall.
Shout out to LikeableDialogue.
My boy say Karen ran excessively from Boots. Ironically, Boots fell subject to intense criticism. Damn, bro. I never really thought about it that way, bro. Like, Karen really ran excessively from Boots. But then, ironically, Boots fell subject to the intense criticism. Yo, shout out to that boy Skills from New Orleans. Bro, that is so true. Karen did run and Boots Ennis fell to the criticism, bro. That is so true. But I think more so Boots fell for the criticism because Boots wasn't as dominant. Like when we think about Boots, when we think about Spence, when we think about Bud, when we think about Tank, when we think about Keyshawn Davis, these elite guys, David Benavidez, we expect these fighters to be what? Dominant. And if they anything less than dominant, then we, the people, like criticize them on that based off their performance, and which we really do have the right to criticize them off their performance, because why? We are ultimately doing what? Supporting them, right? We're paying our hard-working earned money to watch whatever show we watch, right? And however you watch it, right? We're talking about it, right? We are moving the sport of boxing forward. So when it comes to talking about them, we have the right. And I feel like Boots did fall to the criticism, but in Boots, if it was more so like he wasn't dominant, and it's like he almost slept on Karen. And if you really go back to what Boots says, he says that, when I'm not fighting a top guy, this is the performance you go get. He says, that's why I need to fight top guys. And we see what happened when he fought against Estanionis, although Estanionis was coming off of like a 3-year layoff. So, I mean, in a sense, I get what you're saying, but that's still what on Boots based off the performance. My boy said, at DT, salute the highest level. Shout out to that boy Skiller, man. Hey, Skiller coming right into the chat, man. And he becoming a dialoguer, man. My boy becoming a dialoguer, man. Shout out to that boy becoming a dialoguer, man. Skiller, man, you got to make sure you do one thing for me, though, man. You got to go turn your notifications on, bro. Go turn your notifications on, man. Go turn your notifications on. And that way you get notified when we go live, because I don't have set times I go live, bro. It be mostly in the afternoon like this. I mean, late evenings like this. But, like I go live, then I use a day to like post all the clips, get all the clips ready. Then I go live. So, make sure you tapping in with the channel, man. And then go check out the membership, bro. Like, I promise you, man, if you go to another YouTube channel, bro, like you're not going to have the one-on-one that I give the people on the chat, bro. I feel like we're a family over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, man, check out the membership, bro. It's like $5, $3, whatever, man, whatever suits your budget, bro. And turn on the notification bell, man. Shout out to that boy Skiller, man. My boy says I'm all in. And then, if you want to come on screen, man, I give, people that are members, man, I give them opportunity to come on screen too. You know what I'm saying? To chop it up. You know what I'm saying? But man, back to the topic, man. Canelo versus Terence Crawford, September the 13th in Las Vegas, man. This gonna be a banger, bro. This gonna be a banger, man. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a banger, man. Make sure you guys are pressing that like button, man. And I want to go. Dang it, I want to go. I was about to go back to the poll, but this thing came on. I'm about to go back to the poll and see what the poll is, man, and what does people think about the poll. Let me go back to the poll. At one point it was 50%, 50%. Do y'all think we're going to get a stoppage, Canelo versus Crawford? Do y'all think that one of them have the opportunity or have the capability, I should say, to get a stoppage, man? Do y'all think a stoppage would be too premature? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think a stoppage would be less likely to have? I think there's a possibility that one or the other fighter can give a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they both are skilled enough to pull off a stoppage. It only take one punch. That's what Terence Crawford said. Like, if you watch that interview that he had with Pierce Morgan, and Pierce Morgan was saying, like, I'm afraid for you, Crawford. This guy right here is a great fighter. Man, when non boxing people talk and they say stuff like that, like, man, I feel for you. This guy right here is this. Bro, they really don't know about the sport of boxing, dog. And the fact that he says that like, I feel for you and all of that, come on, man, get out of boxing, bro. You don't know the sport. You don't. It's just like Stephen A. Smith, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Stephen A. Smith is a cool guy, but when he talk about boxing, it's like, bro, you clearly just reading the notes that your team gave you. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, bro. But shout out to Stephen A. Smith, though. I'm just saying, though, like. But anyway, do y'all think Canelo can stop Crawford, or do you think Crawford can stop Canelo? Do you guys think that it's possible? That is the question that I want to ask you guys, man. Don't be afraid to to let me know, man. Because I really want to know, because Crawford is a great fighter. Canelo is a great fighter. He knocked down Berlanga. Canelo knocked down Berlanga, bro. Canelo knocked down Berlanga.
Shout out to LikeableDialogue.
And he knocked down, not only did he knock down Berlanga, he knocked down Mugia. He knocked down Caleb Plant. He knocked down Jermell Charlo. So, I mean, Canelo has knocked down some of the biggest of the best of the best. Will we get a Crawford knockdown? But you know what would be even more like dramatic, and even more like what would be even more like, wow. You know what would be even more like that? If Crawford knocks down Canelo. If Crawford knocks down Canelo, ooh, boy, fight fans gonna be talking. Bro, if Crawford can get the stoppage against Canelo, bro, you talking about, oh my goodness, bro. Fight fans that arena will go ballistics, man. That arena will go ballistics, man. If that takes place, that would be, bro. Oh my goodness. That would be ballistic. Okay, so let me read this real quick. So we have 50%. So the poll that is up, it says, who wins, Canelo or Crawford? 57% of the votes believe that Crawford will win, and 29% believe Canelo will win. 14% believe Crawford and Canelo will stop Crawford, and nobody believes that Crawford can knock out Canelo as of right now, with the poll that we have up. Let's get to my boy comment. He says a stoppage is imminent. This will not go the distance, either based on Canelo's power or Bud's temperament. It will be a display of beautiful violence. Oh man, yo, that's crazy. He say a stoppage is imminent. This will not go the distance, either based on Canelo's power or Bud's temperament. It will be a display of beautiful violence. Yo, shout out to that boy, man. Hey man, a lot of people got a lot of votes going on with this fight, man. I really want to know, man. Like, yo, y'all got to pick one, man. You know what? If I had to pick one right now, man, I'm gonna lean towards Crawford, because he, in his back of his mind, he feel like he's gonna win. You got to remember, Crawford is a star, but Canelo is the bigger star. So even if Crawford was to win, he would have to win in dominant fashion. I don't think so, because he got Turkey. Turkey is his guy. You know what I'm saying? Turkey just doing business with Canelo, and Turkey believes that it's good business with Canelo. But Crawford is a Turkey a la Sheik guy. So, I mean, Canelo better win Only reason why I say Canelo better win because this guy's going to 3 weight classes and he's going to your weight classes. Earlier, you said that weight classes is for a reason. That's what you said. Weight classes are for a reason. That is what Canelo Alvarez said. You're going to have to show Crawford that they got weight classes for a reason. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's what you got to do. My boy DT says, Crawford too smart to allow himself to be stopped. Uh-oh. My boy say, Crawford way too smart to allow himself to be stopped. Yo, that's one punch, though. But I seen Jermell, like when Jermell hit him a couple of times, Jermell could have, if he would have capitalized, but the only thing is, bro, he didn't really capitalize. You know what I'm saying? So if Jermell capitalized, then it probably would be, he probably would have had a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't capitalize. That's the only thing, bro. You got to be able to capitalize in this sport of boxing, because if you don't capitalize, then, you got to be able to capitalize, man. You got to be able to capitalize, bro. The good thing is Crawford don't have to cut himself down all the way to 154 as far as weight wise, right? He 154, 147. He has time. He can 168, and then he's 168. He probably come in at 200 pounds. You see what I'm saying? But what would Canelo come in at? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy L Dub Boxing in a Half. Man, we talking Canelo Crawford, bro. What you think, man? Who you got? Why you got him? Man, make sure y'all smash that like button, man. But that's what we talking about tonight. Canelo versus Crawford, man. That is the topic for tonight, man. The stage is set. September the 13th. They're saying it's in Las Vegas. Will it be at the Allegiant Stadium or will it be at the T-Mobile Arena? Because originally I thought it was going to be in Riyadh season, but it's going to be in Las Vegas, according to Canelo Alvarez. He says, I'll see you in Las Vegas, and I'm the main event. That is what Canelo told Crawford. He says he's the main event, bro. Basically, man, you here for the show. You think you great. Yo, you think you great, but I'm going to show you who's really great. That's basically what he's saying, because he's saying that I'm the main event. That's what he's saying. You think you great, okay, but I'm going to show you who's really great. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this going to be an interesting fight, man. Crawford got a lot to prove. You think you big? You think you bad? You think you can go up 3 weight classes like some of these other fighters? Okay, then let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? This would be the greatest upset, and this would be the biggest diminish. Diminish on Canelo's career. Like, Canelo would be damaged goods after this, bro. Like, think about it. Think about it.
Shout out to Likable Dialogue.
Think about it. If Canelo loses, what? If Canelo loses, this will be the biggest diminish on his career, bro. Like, you let a guy go up 3 weight classes and he beats you? Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Likable Dialogue.
What are we talking about, bro? Like, if Terence Crawford goes up to Canelo's weight class and he actually beats him, he's going up 3 weight classes, and to beat him, bro, come on, bro. Like, people, like, at that point, I don't even want to see a rematch. At that point, Canelo, we've been seeing that you've been cherry picking these guys. At that point, we've been seeing that, hey, your career has been going on a deep end, and then maybe that's why you didn't want to fight David Benavidez. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy,
The King.
and you tuning into Likable Dialogue. I'm just saying, bro, like, if Canelo loses this fight, do you understand the conversation that we're going to be having? The conversation is going to be, What B? That's why he didn't want to fight David Benavidez. The conversation is going to be, well, I guess we're not getting the David Benavidez fight. If Canelo loses to Terence Crawford, the conversation is going to be, hey, that's why we're not getting the David Benavidez fight, and that's why he didn't want to fight him, because he knew he was going to lose. That is going to be the conversation, guys. Do y'all agree with what I'm saying? Like, so Canelo ultimately got to beat Terence Crawford. Like, he got to beat him. Like, this is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you got to show Terence Crawford that, hey, you're not that great like you said you are. You already said Terence Crawford, he's a great fighter, but who has he beat? You already said that Terence Crawford only beat one great fighter, and that one great fighter was Earl's the True Spin. You already said that. You already said that. So if Terence Crawford goes up 3 weight classes and actually beats you, bruh, come on, man. We're having a whole different debate here. We're having a whole different discussion if Terence Crawford beats Canelo. Like, the conversation is going to change. But if Canelo beats Crawford, then it's going to be like, hey, brother, we thought you was great. Brother, maybe Earl Spence wasn't Earl Spence when he fought you. Maybe that fight would then come more back into the light, and people will be saying, nah, we want to see Earl Spence versus Crawford again, because you just got whooped by Canelo, and especially if he goes down in a TKO fashion. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, bro.
Shout out to Likable Dialogue.
That boy Skills from New Orleans says intelligence alone do not equate to a granite chin. Intelligence reflect in the uncanny ability to adapt, the adaptation, and will lead to victory. On this scale, ultimately in hysteric one. Hey, man, shout out to that boy, man. Hey, man, listen, I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling y'all, man, this is going to be a great fight, man. Canelo has to win and Crawford has to win. But if Canelo wins, the conversation changes with Terence Crawford now. The conversation changes, bro. The conversation changes with Crawford. Maybe you wasn't that great. Maybe you moved up to too many weight classes. And then the conversation is going to be like, hey, there's weight classes for a reason, and we tried to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the conversation can shift in many ways, man. Like, the conversation can go any way. It can go any way, man. And ultimately, it just bars down to the two fighters. The two fighters. This conversation is just going to bar down to the two fighters. Who wanted the most? Is it Terence Crawford? Who wanted the most? Is it Canelo? Who wanted the most? And on September the 13th, we're going to find out who wanted it the most, man. Hey, listen, man. To change topics or to pivot just a little bit about the Canelo Crawford fight, the undercard. Now, Turkey released a couple of people who he want up under his undercard. I'm not going to lie. The only main one that I really saw that I liked was Abdullah Mason. Everybody else is like Crawford. I mean, it's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Put some names on that list. I mean, like, yeah, them guys are great. Them guys are good. They up and coming, but put some establishment on that card, bro. Like, yeah, we get Canelo Crawford, but just don't put man, give us some better. Abdullah Mason, we know him. The other fighters, we do know, but put some name brands on there, man. Don't give me great value. Like, come on, bro. But give me some name brands on that, man. Don't give me no great value. I'm just saying, bro. Come on, man. Put me some names on that card, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that undercard look real. It look real. I'm just saying, bro. So he got to go put some real names on that undercard, man. But Canelo, Crawford, on Netflix. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of happy it's on Netflix. I ain't even gonna lie, bro, because I be tired of DAZN, bro. Like everything got to be on DAZN. Everything got to be on DAZN, man. It's really good that it's gonna be on Netflix, man. I feel like you will get a better opportunity as far as like viewership, right? My only thing is 60 million people for Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. How many people would tune in for Canelo versus Crawford, right? And then can Netflix hold up to the par? Like, can they hold up? Because it messed up on the last one and they had to like let the fight go recorded and then get it posted. But can Netflix deliver? That's the real question. Can Netflix deliver? And if Netflix can deliver, will Turkey a la Sheik bring more fights to Netflix? I think, man, that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? My boy Skills from New Orleans says, if Nello wins, he's supposed to bigger, more experience at 168. One of the faces of boxing. But if Bud win, a conversation for greatest of all time is definitely on the table. No, I definitely agree with you, bro. I definitely agree with you, bro. My only thing is like if Canelo win, he gonna be like, man, I told y'all. Like it's like he don't get no credit for winning, right? But what's next? Is it David Benavidez? What's next? Or is it another Joe Blow? You know what I'm saying? But if Crawford wins, the greatest of all time is on the table. But I want to see him run that back with Spence one time. I want to see it, bro, because it's like, bro, Spence wasn't like, I ain't gonna lie, Spence didn't look himself. And it ain't Terence Crawford's fault that Spence didn't look himself. It's not Terence Crawford's fault. It's on Earl Spence to look yourself and to be up to par. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to see him run that back. But if Crawford beats Canelo, then what's next for Crawford? He would have been done it all. Like, he would have been done everything. Like, at that point, he could just walk away from the sport. He's getting paid, they say, allegedly around $50 million anyway. Like, at that point, like, what's next for Crawford? I don't see nothing else next for Crawford. Maybe Boots try to go up and fight him, maybe. But he says he's not going back down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Boots try to be greater and go fight David Benavidez. But I know he said he probably wouldn't because David Benavidez is a big guy. But you know what would be dope? If he goes to fight Dimitri Bivol. If Crawford wins and then goes to fight Dimitri Bivol to show that it wasn't a fluke, ooh, that would be lit if he goes to fight Dimitri Bivol and wins. Like, look, I beat Canelo and I beat the guy that beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure Canelo will want to run it back, knowing him. You know what I'm saying? Which I wouldn't doubt. But man, that would be dope. That would be awesome, man. So man, we just have to wait and see, man. We just have to wait and see, man. And listen, man, this is what you guys get over here on Likable Dialogue, man. A great conversation, a one-on-one chat, an up and personal close chat, man. So I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. And make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. My boy says, I believe my boy EJ was either high or overtrained. It definitely wasn't Spence that fought Kels, Ugas, even Porter. Shout out to that boy. Shout out to that boy. My boy say, just my opinion. Yo, and I agree with you on just your opinion, bro. I agree with you, man. My boy Up and Smoke says, my money. My boy says, my money on Crawford. Hey, man, my boy say, my money on Crawford, man. He says his money on Crawford, man. Hey, shout out to that boy Up and Smoke, man. He says his money on Crawford. So you don't believe that Canelo has a chance? Like, he's been at 168 for some time. You know what I'm saying? And but Canelo gotta win. Like, if he does any, like, if it comes a draw, if it comes too close, then they gonna say Crawford really won, but they gave it to Canelo. But you got to realize you on a turkey out of Sheik card. You know what I'm saying? You on a turkey out of Sheik card. You know what I'm saying? I got another question for y'all, right? Is Crawford really this big star, or is it that the backing behind Turkey out of Sheik making Crawford this big star? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the backing behind Turkey out of Sheik making Crawford this big star, or is Crawford really this big star? Because after he left ESPN Top Rank, his career just soared. You know what I'm saying? And so he's becoming a household name now, man. My boy says you can't beat Canelo on points, and I don't even see power from Bud to put down Canelo. Okay, that's an interesting tie. That's interesting. That's interesting. Nah, I just believe in Crawford. Nobody beating him, and it would not be close. Okay. We got some opinions going on, man. And we got some opinions going on, man. And some people believe Crawford, some people believe Canelo, and you can't. And I agree, man. Like the judges, if it's in Las Vegas, and if they have some Hispanic judges, you better believe if Canelo is 7-5, it's gonna be 9-3. You know what I'm saying? Like they always give Canelo an extra point or two, man. So I really want. I mean, I'm really curious on like the judges and everything in that aspect, man. My boy say Top Rank fumbled Bud's career, no doubt. Okay, shout out to my boy DT. They definitely fumbled the bag on that dude's career, man. They should have been had him going up against. But you know what? But Bud kept signing them contracts too. So I mean, I don't know, man. It just they wasn't just delivering him no top tier opponents at that time, man. I don't know. It just wasn't delivering him the opponents, whereas all these other fighters was getting like fighting each other, and all of these fighters were known name branded fighters, and it's like Crawford just really couldn't get that break that he was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing, man. But if they would have fought back then, man, that would have been, oh man, that would have been awesome, bro. That would have been awesome, bro. My boy Skiller from New Orleans says 60-40, Nello via stoppage. With it will mirror Khan versus Nello. Saul will get outboxed as long as it lasts. Bud more skilled than Triple G, yet doesn't match his power. Nello takes a great punch. He does take a great punch, man. And I want to say, like, Berlanga is a big guy, bro. Berlanga is a big guy. And Canelo dropped him. Madrimov almost dropped Crawford. Will Canelo have that same power and energy going up against a Crawford, man? My boy Up and Smoke says, most people wasn't watching Crawford till he fought Spence. Trust me, Bud will win. Man, we got some Crawford people saying that Crawford go win, and we got some Bud we got some Terence Crawford people saying that Terence Crawford is going to win. I mean, we got some Canelo people saying Canelo go win, and some Terence Crawford people saying that Terence Crawford is going to win. Hey, man, this is an interesting topic, man, for sure. This is for sure a interesting topic, and this is an interesting topic, man, because both fighters are known for their ability to box. Canelo has became a true skillful opponent, but his level in competition has diminished. You know what I'm saying? And so going up against Crawford, he's a skilled fighter. But we seen him go up in weight against Madrimov. And that fight was like, what, a year ago? We haven't seen him back in the ring. Yes, we know he's been training. Yes, we know he's been sparring. But can he go up to 168 and carry that same weight, that same power, that same speed at 168? Because like I said, you know what Charlo said? One of his brother's biggest regret was people thinking that they have to put on muscle fighting Canelo. And what is Terence Crawford doing right now? He's putting on muscle. What did Jermell say when he saw Terence Crawford after the fight? He said, man, you got big. Meaning Terence Crawford is doing what? Putting on muscle. Can be putting on muscle going against a Canelo be Terence Crawford's downfall? That is the question.
Likable Dialogue.
That is the question. My boy say, remember what all you guys saying now, just like before Bud fought Spence, y'all was saying the same thing. Is gonna be funny. My boy DT says Belonga has natural power that doesn't have to put his weight into his punches, and he didn't damage Canelo at all. Belonga has natural power that doesn't have to put his weight into his punches, and he didn't damage Canelo at all. Dang. My boy says, not true, bro. He had to put weight on. Not true, bro. He had to put weight on. LOL. Oh, I missed my boy comment up here. He says, mate, another ran all night against Ortiz. Turkey said nothing. The no run rule only pertains to elite black fighters. Not true, bro. Bro had to put weight on. At DT, great point. Charlo brothers needs to focus on the gym, not interested in their excuses. Shout out to my boy. All right, guys. So this is an interesting topic. So the poll has been updated, and the poll says, who wins, Canelo or Crawford? 60% of the vote believes Terence Crawford is going to win. And 30% of the vote believe Canelo is going to win. And 10% believe Canelo is going to win by way of stoppage. That is crazy. The poll. We do have a poll up, guys. Make sure you guys go and vote on that poll if you haven't already done so. And also, guys, make sure you are smashing the like button and make sure you're telling people about the channel, so that helps the channel grow. My boy says he's not interested in the Charlo excuses, but I don't know if it's excuses or is they just sort of kind of trying to give Terence Crawford a heads up. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be interesting, man. Charlo fought Canelo, and then the other Charlo said that he believed Canelo is juicing. Y'all remember that? The video that I played? So, I mean, this gonna be a great fight, man. Canelo versus Crawford. A lot of people believe Canelo go win. A lot of people believe Terence Crawford go win. Who going to win September the 13th in Las Vegas, man? This is going to be an interesting topic, man. We can continue this topic again tomorrow. Tomorrow I was actually going to talk about basketball, man. We got the NBA finals going on. And so I was going to get some NBA final talk, man, with OG Rob, get him on the channel. And then, man, make sure y'all got the notification bell on. Make sure you guys are tapped into the channel, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed, hit the like button, smash, you know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all tune in to the channel, man. Listen, you will never get this up and close and personal interaction at no other channel. So please, guys, go check out the memberships. It's really, really cheap. Shout out to my boy DT. Shout out to my boy King Davis. Shout out to my boy JN, who supports the channel through the membership. My boy Up and Smoke says, I would say this now. That's not the same Canelo. If it's a good time to fight him, it's now. Wow, bro. My boy say, now he's juicing. More excuses. Dudes are clowns to me. Jermell needs to focus on himself. Let his little brother do little brother-ish, man. That is crazy, man. My boy says, now the more excuses. And then, my boy says, the time is now to fight Canelo. The time is now. Canelo is on his way out the sport, man. I believe this is his last contract, man. He possibly gonna be one of the first ones to touch $1 billion just in boxing. I know A lot of people like to be like, oh, Mayweather, but just a boxing alone, he might be the first one to touch $1 billion. He says he's going to finish his contract out with Turkey Sheik, man, and his career out with Turkey Sheik. Hey, Crawford versus Canelo. This gonna be an interesting take, guys. This is gonna be interesting because both fighters are elite. Both fighters are skillful. Both fighters, man, are doing what they gotta do in order to solidify their legacy in the fight, man. So man, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be good. My boy Up in Smoke says, congratulations on the 3K sub.
Likable Dialogue.
Hey, shout out to Likable Dialogue and everybody that hit that sub button. If you ain't already subscribed, make sure you press that subscribe button. My boy say, I agree. Ain't no better time than now, man. I agree, man. Both of them are still in a prime. Both of them are still, no really major surgeries didn't happen for the both of them. Nobody really, no major surgeries for either fighter. This is the time to fight. I do agree with that. This is the time to fight. My boy says putting on weight doesn't equivocate to more power. Wilder had more power at 205 as opposed to 220 pounds. Unless your power is manufactured. Fury versus Wilder 2. Sometimes I hit the wrong buttons over here, brother. Yo, putting on more weight. My only thing is, Crawford go come, if he had 168, Crawford go come in like 200. I wonder what, and I feel like Canelo is go come in probably 180. Canelo go come in a little bit too, and Canelo's gonna be looking for a fight, man. And this gonna be a great fight, bro. Canelo versus Crawford. This gonna be a great fight, man. My boy say unnatural weight will only make you slower. Male versus Canelo. Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to my boy Skills from New Orleans, man, for tapping in with us, man, and becoming a new subscriber to the channel, man. Hey, man. Become a dialoguer, man. Become a dialoguer, man. Become a dialoguer, man. And I appreciate you for being active in the comments. That's what this show is really about, man. As long as you active in the comments, man, that mean I got to keep talking because that mean everybody's engaged with the content. You feel me? And but yeah, man, this gonna be a great fight, man. My boy says, if you think Crawford not coming to the weight, LOL. Bro, I really feel like he's adjusting to the weight well, bro. Like I really feel like he's adjusting to the weight well, man. You know what I'm gonna do, man? If anybody want to call in, man, I'm gonna give y'all an opportunity to call in to the show. I'm gonna put the number up there once again. And in the meantime, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, and we will. And then if we'll give you guys a little bit to see if anybody want to call in, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, real quick, this part of the segment is called subscriber questions. Basically what it is you guys submit questions and we try to do our best to pick the best ones and get them on the show, okay? And listen, only how this show works unless you guys subscribe to the channel. So please, a lot of people watch the videos but they not subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the like button. Again, don't forget to press the like button. Enjoy the show. Yes sir. Yes, sir. Bum, 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 bum. Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, I'll be hitting the wrong buttons all the time, man. But anyway, man, I agree with DJ Wu, man. I agree. Like DJ Wu is right. Terence Crawford really is adjusting to the weight. Like Bud Crawford can probably weigh in right now. Like I ain't even go lie, he probably can weigh in right now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Bud been working out since they announced the fight. Like if you watch any of Bud Crawford's fights, he got on like big clothes. He's not showing that he's working out. Like he's not showing that he's that he's working out and adjusting to the weight, but he really is adjusting to the weight, man. He's doing his thing and he's working properly and he's adjusting to the weight, man. So I really feel like he's adjusting to the weight just fine. My boy says, remember what all you guys saying now, just like before. Oh, I think I already got that one. My bad. He says, facts. He says, real talk is not as simple as putting on weight. Bud been working out, man. I really feel like Bud been working out, man. So he's been working out. Canelo, bro, it's, you know what's so crazy? Both fighters is gonna be in for a rude awakening. I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to agree with Skiller. This is really a 60-40. This is, and I want to say 50-50 fight, but let's just say a 60-40 fight in Canelo's favor. The only reason why I say a 60-40 fight in Canelo's favor, because I'm going to say this is Canelo's weight class. I agree with my boy Up in Smoke. Crawford is a great talent, and if anybody can get the job done, Crawford can get it done. I'm just going to go with Canelo because this is his weight class. He's supposed to get the job done. That is what I'm going to say. He's supposed to get the job done. Now, if he do anything other than get the job done, then that's on him. And Bud becomes the greatest of all time. And this becomes the Crawford era, like Terence Crawford said. Like, this becomes the Crawford era. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I do say about that. My boy Skiller from New Orleans says, Up in Smoke, we haven't seen him fight at 168. Furthermore, his win over Matt was less than stellar. Walking around training with the weight is not the same as fighting the weight. My boy say, I can agree with you on that. Do have respect for the weight class in Canelo. My boy DT says, took me a year to put on 20 pounds, working out 4 times a week and eating 5 times a day. I'm up to 172 now. It takes work to put it on properly. But my boy says, I'm going for Bud. I just don't believe he's going to pull it off. Okay, that's interesting. But DT, the difference between you and Terence Crawford, DT, I don't know you like personally, but the difference is that Terence Crawford is a athlete, right? Terence Crawford is an athlete and he don't have a 9-to-5 like us. You feel me? So he can work out all day long. He can work out all day long without no interruptions. Like, he can spend 8 hours a day working out and then go back and do another 2 or 3 hours that night. He can work out three times a day versus us. We got to go to work and then we got to go to the gym. You see what I'm saying? Versus him, he has a trainer that trains him, do his meal preps probably. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford team is really big. You know what I'm saying? So like, he has a really big team when it comes to fight and preparing for a fight. So that's my only take on that, bro. Like, he has, I understand it took you a long time, a year to put on 20 pounds, but it won't take Crawford because he don't have a 9-to-5. Like, his 9-to-5 is boxing. So he can be in the gym all day. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. You see what I'm saying? To get into tip-top shape. My boy says, I'm going for Bud. I just don't believe he'll pull it off. He says, don't care. Bud in 10. God dang. Canelo under 6 via devastating, deliberating, crippling TKO. Ooh. The gloves is coming off, ladies and gentlemen. My boy say, make sure you don't hide after Bud beat Canelo. Okay. Hey, skills from New Orleans. Another thing that we do, we go live during the fight. Okay. So during the fight, I will be live. So if you want to tune in live and score the fight with us, that's another thing that we do. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that we do. We score the fights live. So if you want to tune in with us live, we score the boxing matches live and we interact with each other live in real time while the fight is going on. So that is what we're going to be doing on September the 13th, man. We will be live and we will be scoring the fight live. So that's another thing that we do, man. We do that, man. My boy says, make sure you don't hide after Bud beat Canelo. Wow, man. Hey, man, we got a lot going on over here, man. A lot of people believe that their fighter is going to win, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with in your fighter, man. So we got another update on the poll. Who wins, Canelo or Crawford? 60% of the votes believe Crawford, 30% of the votes believe Canelo, and 10% believe Canelo by TKO. Nobody voted Crawford by TKO. That is crazy. My boy says, I haven't been wrong yet, man. Hey, man, shout out to that. He says he haven't been wrong as of yet, man. So, man, listen, guys. Y'all. We can continue this conversation tomorrow, guys. I'm going to wrap this conversation up and get some clips uploaded up to the channel. Make sure y'all go watch them. Make sure you smash the like button on them, and make sure you bring somebody else to the channel, man. So, Skiller from New Orleans, you got to go bring somebody else to the channel, man. And when they comment, they got to say, I'm here because of Skiller from New Orleans. My boy, Skiller from New Orleans say, Up in Smoke TV. I hope you're right. None of us know for sure. We're just making our predictions based on what we see. Hi, nope. It would be dope to chat with you while they're in the ring. I got you. Shout out to my boy. Yeah, man, it would be. Yeah, man. So that's what we do, man. We score the fights live, man, and we interact with each other, man, and we all be active in the chats, man, and we score these fights unbiasedly too. We score these fights unbiasedly. So if you going for Crawford, you got to score it unbiasedly. You know what I'm saying? You can't say Crawford winning because that's your fighter. You can't say Canelo winning because that's your fighter. You know what I'm saying? We score the fights live and we do it unbiasedly. So that's one thing about me, man. Like, I don't care if like my favorite fighter, Earl Spence, my favorite fighter, right? You know what I'm saying? And I got to score the fight unbiasedly. You know what I'm saying? So, and no matter what, we got to score fights unbiasedly. So that's one thing that people admire right here at Likable Dialogue. Yo, skills from New Orleans. If you got Instagram, bro, go follow us at Likable Dialogue. Why, so you can take a screenshot at Likable Dialogue on Instagram. We got 2 Instagrams, right? Actually, we got 3. But listen, so hear me out. I need you to go follow me. The main page is Likable Dialogue, okay? Likable Dialogue is the main page. Go follow that page. Likable Dialogue Boxing is the page that we're trying to get up and get going where it's just boxing content, okay? So go follow us on that page. And then Likable Dialogue fan page is the page where if you see something trending and you say, man, I want to get this to that boy LD. You send that to the fan page, and then I'm gonna look at it, and then I'm gonna try to get it on or talk about it. So that's why I tell people, man, this, like, become a member of the show or just, I just try to tell people, man, you won't get this up and close personal activity from another channel. I try my best to interact with the people, right? I try my best because I feel like we all a family, bro. I'm no better than nobody. If I say something that's wrong, hey, man, I appreciate my people saying, nah, LD, I don't agree with that. Because guess what? It's all about a conversation, and a conversation is nothing but what? Likable dialogue. You see what I'm saying? So Likable Dialogue is the main page. Likable Dialogue Boxing is the second page where we just upload our boxing content. And Likable Dialogue fan page is for the supporters of the show. If they see something, you send it there. And guess what? I'm gonna give you a follow back too. And you send it there, and and you can get it on and let me know about it. And I'm trying my best to get it onto the show to talk about. So that's what it is over here, man. It's up and close and personal over here at Likable Dialogue, man. And I tell people, we don't have to agree with each other. We don't have to fight. A debate is not us disagreeing. It's a debate. We all come together to have a what? A likable dialogue.
Shout out to Likable Dialogue.
My boy Up in Smoke says, just pull up to Likable Dialogue. The night of the fight is gonna be lit. Facts. It's gonna be lit. My boy say, fact, Likable Dialogue, keep it 100. My boy Skiller says, salute. It says at Up in Smoke TV, salute the highest level. My boy says, LD, I'm on. He says, all respect, skills from New Orleans, man. See, that's what it's all about, bro. Like, we just come together, we show our predictions, and then we have a likable dialogue conversation. You feel me? So that's just what it's all about, man. He says, agreeing on everything is boring. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. So that's why you got to have that debate. You got to have that debate, man. Canelo versus Crawford. I like it because everybody not going for Canelo. I like it because everybody not going for Crawford. I like it because it gives us that ultimate debate. You know what I'm saying? So rather you like Canelo, rather you like Crawford, guess what? It gives us that ultimate debate. And that's what it's about, man. So, man, listen, who you got? Canelo? Who you got? Crawford? Hey, listen. We here to talk about it right here on Likable Dialogue.
Shout out to Likable Dialogue.
My boy say facts, man. Hey, listen, guys, I'm up out of here. I hate to cut the conversation short, but I want to get some clips uploaded to the YouTube channel, as you know. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all bring some people over, man. This is that Canelo talk. This is that Crawford talk. And guess what? This is Likable Dialogue. Make sure you smash that like, comment, and subscribe button. Hey guys, that part of the segment was called Subscriber Questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you, guys. It's your boy LD. And you tuning into Likable Dialogue.
Press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on Likable Dialogue.
My boy says, who y'all on? Tank versus Lamont Roach 2. Ooh. That's going to be an interesting fight, bro. I like what Lamont did. But I also understand Tank been training this whole time while Lamont been out. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We gonna have that debate. That's gonna be one of the next debates, right? That's gonna be the next debate, or one of the next debates coming up in the next coming weeks, right? Canelo versus Crawford debate today. Coming up is gonna be Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, because I like what Lamont Roach did versus Tank, man. I like what he did, bro. He did an outstanding job. A lot of people slept on him, didn't believe it. Now my boy DJ Wu, he believed. I don't know if DJ Wu believed. Was he really? I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Did my boy Up in Smoke really believe Lamont was gonna win that fight? I don't know. I know afterwards he was on it, but I don't know about before. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch a couple of clips. But that's the interesting topic, bro. Skills from New Orleans. That's an interesting topic. I will have that debate. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a great fight. Oh, bro, you know why I wanted to have that debate too? Oh, we did make the bet. We did make a bet, but what happened? I think I called it off, or did we call it off, or did we didn't finalize the bet? Or what happened? You was on him because you did. You was on him. Yeah, you was on him, bro. You was on him. You did because you did have Lamont. So yeah, you did have Lamont. I do remember that, bro. I do remember that. If he won, if it wasn't a draw, I would have won. Facts. Yeah, you would have won. Yeah. My boy DT says Tank gotta come correct. He know he played himself. Ooh, shout out to my boy DT. Styles makes fights. Intelligence and adaptation will lead you to victory. Hey, that's where we gonna leave it at right there, guys. Shout out to Likable Dialogue.
Shout out to Likable Dialogue.
My boy Skills from New Orleans, man. Make sure you go follow us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you go follow us, brother. My boy says, short night, Tank decision, Lamont. Short night, Tank decision, Lamont. Yo, I want to talk about this, right? But I don't want it to mess up the clips from getting edited. You know what I'm saying? The AI when AI edit the clips. So I don't want it to mess up the topic from tonight because it will. But I want to have this debate. This is gonna be the next debate, right? That we're gonna have, right? So like tonight was Canelo versus Crawford, right? Good topic, and we can continue that debate, right? Because that fight until September the 13th. I want to know, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Did you guys realize Tank versus Lamont 2 was scheduled August the 16th, right? Right? Okay. Did you realize that Turkey Sheik tried to put Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney August the 16th as well? What? I don't know if y'all realize that, but we can talk about that. Tonight, Canelo versus Crawford. Who you got? Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all smash that like button and press that subscribe button. My boy says Roach came with a good game plan last fight, but Tank is a technician in the ring. Dead on what that boy said. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all smash that like button. And as always, man, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come to the channel. Where else y'all going to get this great topic, one-on-one interaction from? Only right here on Likable Dialogue. My boy say Nello. Tank by TKO first time in a while. He has something to prove. Hey guys, that part of the segment was called Subscriber Questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you guys. It's your boy LD, and you tuning into Likable Dialogue.
Press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on Likable Dialogue.
Likable Dialogue.